Hello guys, hope you are doing well. So today we will see how you can start your journey as a Moodle administrator. So before jumping into any Moodle profile, you must have some knowledge around the basic core concept of Moodle upon which it is built on. So if you talk about Moodle, it uses the PHP language. So if you have a sort of basic PHP language, then it's all good. So whenever you come to know the PHP, it always come up with HTML, CSS knowledge you should have. So once you will have the basic grab on the PHP, HTML, CSS, and some JavaScript knowledge, then you can start your journey as a Moodle administrator. So basically, it is no need for the coding part, but in some case, you will require to have some knowledge around the coding to become a good administrator. So not just a Moodle and the PHP and MySQL be enough. You also should have some basic knowledge around the MySQL, so that in some case, if you are getting some database related issue, then you can have that grab on the MySQL basic. Then only you will able to fix those MySQL issue. Otherwise, you will have to take help from the developers. So for a good administrator, it is always a will be a plus point. You know everything around. You should have knowledge of PHP, MySQL database, HTML, basic JavaScript concept, and CSS. So after all these, you have normal the basic grabs. Then you can start learning around the Moodle administrator function. So now we are going to start what all administrative feature you need to know before applying any administrator job. Okay, so let's see that. So first thing you need to know the basic architecture of Moodle and their components. So first thing, as I told you, the database you need to know, the Moodle core part, Moodle data. So these are basically the three component. Whenever you come to learn Moodle, uh, you'll be facing with this. So database, and you will have the Moodle code, then the Moodle data. So whichever the data we upload, basically that goes to Moodle data, and the reference get stored into the database. And this is Moodle code. So if you know around Moodle a little bit, you should know the Moodle releases its version in every 4, 5, or 6 months. You can say. So current version is currently latest version of Moodle is 4.3, and it gets you basically get released with some time interval, and it will be they will be releasing their higher version soon. So after this, you know the database, Moodle core, and Moodle data. You should know the basic of the configuration file. So after you will have all this, there will be a configuration file role. How this will be mapped. Okay. Now the next thing is how you can configure your site. This also should be in your main task. So once you know the basics, database, Moodle code, and Moodle data, you should also know how you can configure means you can install a new instance for any client in case they require a new instance. How you can do that. So first, after the installation, you should also know how to configure the sites. Like if you need to configure the branding and guidelines, like the client have a logo, they want a different color combination in the text, header area, footer area. You should all you should know everything around this. Then you should also know how to install a new theme. So in most of the cases, you see Moodle does not look and feel good, come up with a default Moodle architecture. Then you might be purchasing a new theme as per the client need, or your developer might be customizing to fulfill the client need. So you should always know how to install a theme. Okay. And you should also know how you have installed the multiple theme, then how you can switch between the themes. Okay. You should have basic knowledge of these settings, the normal settings, site configuration. You should know how to upload logo, how to upload fab icon. Now coming to the next topic, accessing the system Access is the Moodle administration panel. Login, how you can do in case someone is facing issue, how you will be fixing those. Then the dashboard setting, you should know each and every user in a Moodle can set up their own dashboard. Okay, but there is also a concept admin. If admin want to convey or force any dashboard to a particular, not just particular, for all the users of that system, they can also do that, as there is a concept of setting up default dashboard. So you should also know this one. Now, Moodle has a configuration setting that provide in a core feature. You can also set whenever the user login, which page should be the first page. That means the landing page after the successful login. Either it may be set as a home, it may be the list course listing page, it may be dashboard. Okay, or there are some other page you can also go for that. Now, once you come to install the theme, you should also know how to install the plugins. So installing theme or any type of plugin, there is a same way. So you can install the plugins. So you should also learn how to install the plugins. And so this is not just about installing plugin. You should also know what are all the plugins available in the market to fulfill any particular need. You should also know that. Okay, now the sign up method, in case any client is required to enable the sign up on, you should have knowledge of how to enable the sign up. Okay, you can explore the Moodle popular plugin that I already covered. Default dashboard you can go for. Now, so after setting up all this, now you have installed the account, you have set up the logo, you have created dashboard, you have identified or set up the landing page for the each learner or user. Now, the next thing comes in your mind, how user will be notified. Yes, in Moodle there is a outgoing mail configuration setting. You can do that SMTP either with your Gmail credentials or the Outlook credentials. Okay, so you will find all these items and the video around on my YouTube channel. So you can start learning from there. Now you can also create a roles, or you can modify the capability under any predefined role. So you should also know how these roles can be created and how you can modify the permissions, grant capability, revoke capability. You should have knowledge of that. Got it? Now in Moodle, everything around the user management and the course management and the enrollment stuff. So these are very basic things. You should also know how you can create a user. There are many way to create a user in Moodle. Either you can create through normal manual, you can create through Gmail. The user sign up can be used. You can use file upload feature also. So there are lots of stuff you can go for. You can also use the API. Moodle have exposed its API. So once you come to know the API, you should have knowledge of how to set up API for your instance. So that is again going to a great big task. You'll have to also take care of that. Coming to course management, managing course and the course category, creating and configure courses, how you can add resources, how you can add activity, how you can edit or delete activity. Okay, so managing around courses, around course category, activities, you should also know that. In case you are using the SCOM packages, you should know how the version of SCOM packages works. The question quizzes you can use. So how many, what are the types of all quizzes type that Moodle support, and in case any additional need is required, how you can, from here you can search for and you can install the plugin. If there are no, are they available or not, you need to create a new one. So you should have basic grab on all these items listed here. Now if you come to Moodle, it's all about training people and assigning course and the reporting stuffs. So once you are taking courses assigned to a course, now report stuffs here. The course completion rate report, how you can get that, how you can create activity completion report, the grade report, how you can report, you can go for performance minute monitoring of your system or any particular learner. Okay, there is a report builder that come up with each and every Moodle upgrade, and also they upgrade the report builder part. to generate more and more report. So you will have some idea around how report builder work and how you can advance. Okay. Now coming to, yes, security feature, you should also know some idea. In case you want to restrict the number of login restrictions for account, suppose you have one account, how many learner can use that same account? If you want to restrict only one learner can use that account, you can also do that. There is outside policy concept in the model, how this can be created and how it can be imposed to the learner or other users. The password policy is there, password expiration policy is there, managing user access and permissions is there. So these are the thing you should know. These are the very basic thing. There are lots of advanced thing also in the model security. Now how to back up a course, how to restore a course, how to back up an activity, you can also go for how to set up automatic backup on your server. There are lots of stuff around the backup and restore you can go for. So once you are done with all this stuff, suppose you are currently working on the staging, now you will have to move to production server. Then you should have also idea how I can set up or migrate my staging server to the live. So this way you will have to involve or jump into the coding part also and the architecture part also. So these are very limited steps. You should go for that. Advanced topic, login page, Google Captcha. Is it possible? Not. Yes, it is possible in Moodle 4.3, but in earlier version it was not. You should know how to enable a Captcha, how to activate Caps, Google Captcha, how to activate for sign up Captcha, login with Google. How you can install or enable login with Google, login with LinkedIn, and login with other social media platform, and integrating external tools and services with Moodle. And in case whatever the model supports and core feature they have, it is not providing this the complete solution to the client need, you should also go for implementing your custom need. Then you'll have to discuss the requirement either with your manager and the developer or the team lead, so you can define the stuffs like I need this kind of requirement. Okay. So these are all you need to know, but this is only limited to the basic. So once you started learning and growing into this Moodle administrator role, will have idea of what is the next need. So I think the point listed here will be enough to start your journey as a Moodle administrator. So good luck to start your journey. Thank you. Thank you for watching and have a great day ahead.